We're gonna pause.
Since, yep. Okay, so I am going to start with sharing my screen. And we are doing reports today, how to get to them and what they are. And this I do not expect to take the full hour, just to let you know. It could, but I don't expect it to, just to let you guys know off the top. And I am logging in under one of our agents accounts, Derek. I'm logging in through his KW Connect because my reports look so different as, you know, a leadership office member. So how you're going to get to your reports is through Connect. So it's kwconnect.com. That's all how you have to do. And then you get to this login page. Okay. This is where your username is going to be. And I'm going to use Derek's. And I'm going to log in under his name. Now this is what your oh, that's really weird. Okay, you guys, that didn't go in exactly as I planned. This is usually where you would turn right when you log into Connect. This is the screen that you're going to get, okay? This is what it's going to look like. Do you see these reports across the top here?
Yep.
This is where we're going into. So this is reports. So all you have to do is click on reports and it opens up a new browser, brings you to a new screen, new menu.
What's reports under? Resources?
It's on the first page of Connect and it's right on this white toolbar here. Can you see it underneath calendar and training? And then you just click on that reports. And then it opens this up for you. So it opens up this reports, KW reports kind of dashboard type thing. These are the reports. So you can just put your mouse over that. And it kind of shows you associate reports, your GCI events. That would be upcoming events like family reunion, mega camp. You can click on those, see the dates, times, register for everything through there. Very nice to know. KW Cares shows your donations that you've made for the year.
Those are not tax deductible?
KW Cares and KW Cares is and KW Kids Can are both tax deductible. Our local fund is not.
Got it.
So when you donate to our local fund, that is not tax deductible.
Okay.
This will show your profit and growth share reports. This will show your rankings. This will show if you've helped, I think just some recruiting. I'm not even 100% sure, but it looks like it's a budget model. The roster, which you can see the entire Keller Williams staff, any type of roster, teams and groups, which you will only have available if you are a team or a group. So Derek has his team, so that's why he has team and groups. You can see his statistics portal for rainmakers and leadership. So it's kind of an overview of the reports. What was that, Holly?
How often are the rosters updated?
Monthly. Everything is updated after transmittal. So everything is updated after transmittal. So the reports that you will mainly use are through associate. So your associate reports: closed transaction list and summary, income summary, listing detail, monthly production summary, multi-year trends, and the sales transaction detail. You know, the one we are always talking about is your multi-year trends. You know, we always talk about the multi-year trends. So I'm just going to open that one up first. So remember, this is Derek's. So you're going to go into your you can go into your multi-year trends. Again, it opens up another tab. This does take a couple of seconds to get here because it's loading a lot of information. And I think, have any of you looked at your multi-year trends, studied it, anything? I also print or I email to the ALC members every month before the ALC meeting their multi-year trends report. What's so great about this report, can you guys all see it? See how it shows, it goes back from our market center one goes back to 2010. This goes back to 2016. It shows everything, your closed units, your closed sales volume. I was going to see if I could zoom in a little bit more. Can you guys see it okay? Your listings taken, as you can see, it's showing every year, every month. And then at the end of it, it's showing your month over month change and your year over year change. So again, at a glance, you can see right at a glance if you're up from last year or if you're down from last year. So this is such a handy report that you can look out. This comes in like 3 business days after I transmit. So you know how I have to do my transmittal every month? That's everything that I'm sending into international. And then 2 to 3 business days after that, international updates all these reports. They are updated monthly in your guys' reports. So you can see it will show you everything here. Your listings taken volume, listings sold. So any type of history information you need, you can pull up this multi-year trends and see this. Separates it out from listing sold to buyer sales closed. It'll show your lease or your referral income. And here it shows your contracts written volume. It also averages out your average sale price. It can tell you if you're up or down from that. So it takes you, so if you ever need your average sale price, this is right here available to you on your multi-year trends. This will show you your GCI. So this shows you every month how much money, gross commission income, how much money you've made in a month. A great thing to use this for. Look at it, investigate which are your higher months. Why were they their higher months? You know, it's a great thing to look, a great tool to look back at and say, wow, July I made $56,404. What did I do differently? You know, what did I do differently that year? You can tell Derek's really focused this year on his investment properties. You know, and you can kind of see that you can see that difference in his multi-year trends, that he did change his focus a little bit, and he was really focusing on his investment properties and his own personal investments. So that really shows through here on the multi-year trends. So, so you can that's another great thing to look at this, because, you know, all of our business is 30, 60, 90 days out when we write a contract. So it's good to come in here, look back and say, wow, what was I doing 2 months before that? What really made that month so great? Great tool. There's so many different things you can use this for. Shows your company dollar, what you've paid in company dollar. You know, our cap here is 22.5. So it will show that. Derek's is usually spread out over 2 different years. I mean, you know, he starts over in November, so it goes from 1 year to the next. So that's why it kind of shows differently like that. Now here's your 1099 income. So this will also show you exactly what I send you for your 1099. So your difference between your GCI, which again is less the cap. So that's all on here. This shows what you paid in royalties, how much you paid in royalties each month when you paid them. My tracker, calls, notes, contacts, previews. Did you know all of this different stuff? You can log into Command and you can log all of this stuff in. You can keep track of everything in Command. Your calls, your contacts, your notes, your appointments, your signed agreements. If you chose to use Command to its fullest extent, you could have all of this history for you here. So
Heather, can I just ask, this is like, I know I should have this like in my brain by now, but I'm just kind of blown away going, oh, this is where you get it all.
This is where we get it all. Yes.
And so it comes from whatever we put in Command goes into here as well.
This is all through Command. Yes. So everything from my tracker contacts all the way down to written contracts. This is everything that you're putting into Command. Everything above that is coming from what I put into Winmore.
Okay.
You see
so
what I'm
my
saying?
Tracker can I did not realize is my tracker. Can we keep track of like how many calls we've made and how many?
Certainly. Wendy, do you want me to stop sharing it? Do you guys want to see where that is? That's in Command.
You know, my tracker used to be part of Ignite, and my tracker was a form that you followed there. I do believe it has transitioned over now, and I can show you where the reports are in Command. So if you want to stop sharing.
Maybe should we just look at that afterwards? Should we take a peek?
Let's look at it afterwards.
Sorry, I didn't mean to derail you.
No, that's okay. So all of that information, I mean, so you guys, this is how you can manage your business, is from this one report. You can see if you're up and down in business. You can see what your best months are. I mean, there is just invaluable information from this report. This report starts from the day you started here, from the time I put your first contract listing anything into Winmore. So when you go into that, when you go into your reports, associate and multi-year trends, all of you can do this. This is going to show everything that you need.
Wow.
So I would say this is probably our most valuable report and most used report. You guys, I have this report for the Market Center printed on my desk that I reference. I can't even tell you how many times a month. I go back, I use it for my goals for the next year. I use it for my budget forecast. I use it for my P&L, everything. Mine also, the Market Centers also shows expenses. It shows how much I pay in expenses every month. So yeah, it's a very, very, very valuable tool. And this is why, you guys, it's also kind of important. Like sometimes with commercial, like Holly, sometimes it can get the leases. If I record something as a sale instead of a lease, it can affect their multi-year trends. And that's why it's sometimes so important for me to get that information exactly right from you guys, because what I put in Win More is what shows up here. So yeah, so awesome report. This one I say is super valuable. It's just a wonderful tool. Any questions that you have on any of these reports, come see me. So now if you go to Associate, another report that you will have is your closed transaction and list summary. So this, again, now everything we're kind of seeing is still in the multi-year trends, but it's just laid out a little differently. This is stuff that you can use for your marketing material. You know what I mean? It's just, it's so many different uses for these reports, and just to keep a little better handle on your numbers. So you can
Heather,
see,
I'm really sorry. I just had like a fog moment and went, oh gee, she's on a new screen. How did you get there?
So this one, I went back to the report. So this is the screen that we get to when we go through Connect and click on reports. This is the next screen that opens up. Now these are all, we're only going through the associate reports right now. Okay. So right now you can see this associate, and now you just hover it over, you carry your mouse over, and now I clicked on closed transaction list and summary.
Gotcha.
That's how we got the multi-year trends, which was down here. And now we're looking at the closed transaction list and summary.
Thank you.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So it opened up a new tab for me. So this is, again, just more, I've always put my hand up there to show you, and you guys can't see my hand on the screen. It's very humorous to me. But you can see this is just an overview, you guys. Look at this top information is just a quick overview, a quick glance. How many units you've closed to the year. This is year to date. So this will be a report year to date that will change, every month. You can go back and see archived ones too. I'll show you how to do that. But this is a year to date through November. It shows how many units he's closed, how much volume, total GCI. Shows the difference between residential, commercial, lease. If you went to the detail of farm and ranch, shows how many he closed on the list side, how many on the sales side, volume separated out, how much was allocated to his team. You're only going to see this here on the right if you're on a team. And then as you can
add something, Heath, on that list side, sales side, I think what's really helpful there is when you're doing your economic model and doing your forecasting, and you're trying to gauge how much of your business is buy side and how much is list side, that'll tell you right there. And you can have a goal of moving it more towards the listing side, but at least you know where you're coming from. Having that information right there is so helpful.
Yeah.
So Heather, the GCI, is that before or after the KW fees or the?
That is before any company dollars taken out. That is the gross commission income. That's before any company dollars taken out, any donations you make, anything.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's like just a percentage off the sale. Boom.
Your company dollar, yes. When you are paying company dollar, it's the percentage off the GCI, correct? And
well, I'm sorry. I was just thinking that the GCI was the percentage off the sale. Here's the chunk, and then the company dollars come off.
It does. It does.
Okay.
Yeah, it would. The GCI is your gross commission income, so it's your gross commission check, and then any company dollar would come at a 70-30 split after that.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
okay,
so the 30% of that would go to the Market Center until you are capped. Correct. Okay. And then this just shows the detail. This is all the information that I put into below this, the DA number. You know how I always refer to a DA number when I'm talking to you guys. And that's the number I'm assigning to it through my system. This shows what type of property it is, whether it was a listing sold or it was a sale. Property would be, this would show property, whether it was a property, whether it was new construction, or whether it was a lot. That's what this means right here. And this is the property code, which means it's resale. Okay, it's a it's a property and it was a resale. It wasn't new construction. Okay, that's just kind of what that's showing. Type residential, here's the property address. So it's showing you the property address right here, the contract date and close date. These numbers may not always be accurate because when I put something into Winmore, I can't backdate it. So if you submit the commissions tab in December, but you wrote the contract on November 15th, I can't put a contract date of November 15th. I have to put it of 12/1. So if you really want this accuracy to be right on, submit your commissions tab into me the month that you wrote that contract. It's just to have, if you want more accurate data, if you want to take this and see, when did I write my contract? When did it close? That information you have to make sure you get that into the same month as me. It's just going to help with your accuracy there because I can't backdate anything once I've closed out a month. This shows the price closed at. This shows the units. That would be if it was split with it. It's always going to be one unit unless it's split with someone in the market center. If it's a dual, if you represent both sides, that's going to be 2 units. Okay, because you're going to get 2 units and double the volume if you do both sides. Here's the GCI that you got off the deal. That's the gross commission you earned from that specific deal. And here it would be if you're a team, it would show that it was done under the team. It's also recorded in all the team information.
So Heather, does this, I see that it's only 2020. How do you go back a year?
Yep, so I'll show you. So if you go to your reports and if you click on associate and you see this, sorry, sometimes you have to see this little yellow folder right here.
Yep.
So you click on that yellow folder.
Oh my gosh.
19, 18, 17, 16. You can click on any one of those and it'll bring you back to your archived ones.
Sweet.
So then you can see your
I'll archive on all the other ones too. Drop down. Oh.
What was that, Holly?
So the yellow folder is always archived.
Always archived. And that will be available for every, any report that has it available. You just click on that yellow folder and that's how you get to previous months, previous years, anything.
That's awesome.
Yep. Very cool. So back to this closed transaction list. So it's just showing you every one line item by line item, what you closed for the entire year. Another good one. You know what I mean? It's just.
That's super good.
Yep. Great information there. So that's just detailed of your closed transactions. Here you come back to reports, GCI. That's just going to show you, it's, if you logged your goals in, this is going to be a little bit more of a useful report. But if you're not putting your goals necessarily into command, this is just going to show you your GCI. It's not necessarily going to, Derek doesn't use command to put in his goals and stuff like that. Unfortunately, very few of us do here because command is kind of new, but a lot of the newer agents are, and they're finding it very helpful. And that's where command is so nice because it shows you where you are at for a percentage of your goals. What month you're supposed to, are you on track to hit them? So if you put all that information into command, you're going to get a much better idea. See, I don't even think anything's showing up because Derek doesn't put his goals into command. So I just don't think that report's going to show me anything there. I'm sorry, but it's just showing you can see agents with, 2019 goals and my goals versus actual. So that GCI is really, really with your goals of what you put into command. So,
sorry.
Oh,
I was just going to ask, where would, in that list, where is what the amount the check was cut for?
If we looked at here,
because this would be such a sweet thing for taxes.
I think we can see it. Let me see. Let's go on to another. Here's income summary. Okay.
Okay.
Here's income summary. So let's pull up this one. I think, and this other report froze, so it's making me a little nervous, but here it looks like it's working. Okay, see that, well, this is going to show what he's earned in November. So this is what it shows. So here you would see, like, look at, okay, so he made his GCI right here in November was $10,190. He paid $611 to royalty. He paid $1,993 to company dollar. So his check was for $7,585.
Wow.
So this
very
will
cool.
show month to date, year to date, and then your anniversary. So this is where you can see how much you have remaining paid in company dollar, how much. This is where you could see this every month. You could come in here and look at this, show what you've paid year to date. And this also shows your anniversary. So down here is going to show you your base information, how much you have starting over. Derek just started over in November. So he started over November 1. So he has quite a bit of his company dollar remaining.
This is so unbelievably helpful, Heather.
Oh, I'm so glad. And yes, all
Wow.
of the stuff is right there at your hand. So this is just that one page. This is it for this report. This was your associate, again, reports, associate, and your income summary. So that's where you're going to see that.
What did DA stand for again, that first column?
Disbursement authorization. Disbursement authorization. And that's what I call each transaction that I process. Every transaction has a DA number associated to it. That's the number, that I put into my system.
Okay.
So it doesn't always relate to you guys, but if you're ever in command, you'll see on the left-hand side under other folders and files, it says a DA number. That's more for me, just so I can have a shortcut when I get there.
That's great.
So that's the income summary that shows you your cap, everything else that you need, your cap remaining and how much you've paid. Listing detail. This is going to give you patience. I have lots of it, you guys.
Oh my gosh. Honestly, you're amazing.
You know, they may sometimes take a couple of seconds, but it is very, very, very useful information. This one should load. It's going to show you, it'll show you again. Here's the address at the top, the listing date. I don't really know. It must show like an expiration date on it. If it closed, maybe that goes away. I'm not 100% sure. But again, just shows you a little bit more detail. Oh, that's what.
And it would be more filled in if we fill more in command.
Mhm.
Would that be the case? Okay.
Yep.
Yes.
And also, look at here. It has on the market dates.
And look at percentage of list price. That's a really useful stat. If you want
Oh my
to toot your horn.
gosh.
Yep.
That's huge.
Yep. So again, that all comes from, but again, you have to put that information in command. You have to put the listing information in command for this stuff to show that percentage of list price. You can just tell the current list price, he put it at 275. The sale price was 280, original list price was 290. Interesting. So there it shows the original list price on that one. So where's one that went over? Is there one that went over? No.
Yep, the top one was 300,000 and went for 313.
Yeah.
And there's one at the bottom, 107 and 105%.
Yeah. So yeah, again, it's super useful. This is all your listing details. So the more you put into command, the more detail you put in there, this is where all that information is going to come through. And this is, I mean, look at how great this is. Derek can go ahead and say, all my listings have sold for either 98 or up to 107% of list price. It's just, you can take this information. It's all right here. Look at this bottom, shows you the average list price, current list price, average sale price, number of listing, average days on market. There's just great valuable.
So Heather,
Mhm.
now you said you can't go and do retro for dating. Can we update our stuff in command so then it'll show up here? If we're kind of going, boy, it'd be great to actually have those numbers.
Yes, I do believe, like, if you went in how it shows an original list price and then the current list price, that's the changes that we're making, in the listing information. So yes, you would need to put that in there under your listing detail, your listing information in command to be able to have this come out most accurate. Correct.
And you could put the change in contract if you didn't put the contract date in. You said before you can't.
I think, this is updated again monthly. I don't know exactly what would happen after it's closed. You know what I mean? Like if that list date would change, I don't think so. I would have to do some investigating. Is that kind of what you're asking, Holly?
Yeah.
Yeah. So we would have to double check on that. But yeah, so again, another just valuable, and these are reports, like you can even see, I don't know every single line item. I don't know every single thing about them. It is just going in and looking at them and investigating and seeing what detailed information you can get from them. And again, like I said, the associate, these are going to be your most used reports are all the ones in here. It's going to be your monthly production detail again, and like most, just a little bit more detail on each report, but the basics all coming through on that multi-year trends. Monthly production summary. So this is just breaking it out by month with the listing. This is not much different than your multi-year trends, just shown a little differently. You know what I mean?
It's very cool.
Mhm.
So yeah, so here's the just another way to have it all out, but still great, nice, useful report. It shows just your totals, everything again. Just breaks it down by month. So this is really no different than the multi-year trends, just laid out differently. But still very, very, very useful. There was a multi-year trends that we looked at, and here's your sales transaction detailed. So I believe we'll have to see if this is going to be just the sales side because we saw the listing side. I'm guessing it is. Yeah, I think this is just going to show the buyer contracts, not any of the listing contracts. Nope, it's going to show everything. So listing sold, sale. It's showing the side that it was. If it's a listing, the contract date, days to close. You can see these are his rentals. But yeah, so this is just another one again that shows the address, everything on there. So just another way to go ahead. This one actually shows the seller name. So if you guys put a seller name, some of you guys don't put seller names in on your listing information. If I don't have that seller name, then it doesn't come into here. If you put it in there in your command, then it'll come in here. Great way to go in here and look at all your clients' names.
When you do an opportunity from your contacts and then you start the whole process, does it automatically have the name, or is that where you first fill it out?
No, that will automatically have the name. That name will come in from there to this. Correct. Yes, it would. Being tied to that contact, certainly.
What's the mine with a question mark? What is that up at the top, right next to seller? The very top line.
Yeah, I see it next to, and it's also next to buyer. I think that is for him with it being a team.
Team.
I think it would show the team member, or at least say, no, it wasn't his. And then he would find out which agent on his team maybe led up that opportunity.
I'm gonna add something in here, like that top one that's a listing sold, and it shows the address and the seller's name. The buyer's name there, once that transaction closes, they're what you'd call an orphan. You can add them into your data bank there. You've got their name and address and probably other information, but you can use a report like this to go back and see, did I get all those other orphaned clients into my database so I can continue to follow up with them and maintain.
Wow.
But keep in mind, you guys, you have to put that information in to command, or else I'm not going to get it. So that's why if it's your listing and you don't put any buyer information name in there, it will not show up on this report. So
but they do have to put it into offers.
Oh, yay. You're right,
So,
Wendy. So it has
that's
to
where
be
they're
in there.
pulling it from.
Yeah.
And if it's your listing, you've got the buyer name and the address of the property they bought, you're halfway there. And the more detail you can see from these reports, the more detail you put into your command, it increases the data you have to pull from in the future.
Yeah. And what also is kind of nice about this one, you can see it shows you the commission and your bonus. So how, if you go over the $375 that you charge for your broker admin fee, you can see that right here in the bonus part.
Wait, what do you mean by that?
So like if, how some people charge $4.99 for a
Okay.
broker admin fee, and we take $375. So we're going to take $375 of it, and you would get the additional $124. So Derek charges $599 broker admin fee. So we take $375 and he gets and the additional $224 goes to him.
Interesting. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And you can see he gets that on all of them. Show any referral fees that you paid out, shows your GCI, and then shows your 1099 income.
And the bonus is 1099 income, correct, Heather?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Okay.
Holy ma. I'm sure I didn't realize all that for taxes.
What do you mean?
The bonuses and things like that, or is that included in my check?
That's included in your check.
Okay.
That's included in on your check and your 1099. Yep, it's
Okay.
totally there. And also it on your 1099, it all comes in as commissions. It doesn't come in as a bonus. It all comes in as
Okay.
commissions. That's just how
Okay,
I
thank
show it on my screen.
Okay,
Mhm.
that's good to, yeah, it's nice.
Because you
to
don't
see it.
pay 30% on the bonus, do you?
Nope,
Heather?
you don't pay any,
Okay.
you do pay the royalties, but not the 30%. We do not
Got it.
split that. We give that entire bonus to the agent
Right.
in our market center. Yes, any market
Oh,
center can do what they
that's
want, but that's how we do it.
I have a question. How does a GCI is higher than commission?
Because he got the bonus of the $224. So his gross commission was $930. He got the bonus of $224. So it brought his GCI up to $9,614.
Isn't bonus included in the commission?
No, not the bonus is separate, so you can see, no, because the broker admin fee is a fee. It's not a commit. Wait, no, or is it no, you can see the gross commission is the $9,030. He charged over that broker admin fee. That was an additional fee paid by the seller of $599. So he got 224 of it. So it brought his total GCI up to the 9,614. So the commission he charged on the deal was probably 3.3%, got the 9,330. He charged a $599 admin fee. I took $375 of that admin fee. So that brought his total GCI income up to $9,614.
Okay, so
Daniel, were you looking at the one on the first line that was a $9,000 commission, but a $7,500 1099?
yeah, I was looking at that. So I thought the bonus was included in the commission, but I guess it's coming from the other fees that sellers pay.
Right, yes. And he had taken out of that first commission his 30% towards his cap. Once he's capped, he doesn't have that taken out anymore.
So do you see how the 1099 income is different? That's because the company dollar came out of that.
Mm-hmm.
Towards his cap.
So
Once
he
he's
capped,
paid his cap, he's 100%.
Okay, so from the first transaction, he just capped, and then the rest, he just get the full amount.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep. And he starts over in November. So you can see these are in October. In October, he was not paying any company dollar.
Oh.
So,
okay.
and then he started over in November paying company dollar.
Makes sense.
Yep. His anniversary date's 11/1.
Was that your question, Daniel?
Yeah, thank you.
Yep.
You're welcome.
So those are all the associate reports. I would say those are the reports that you will use most often. And then you can look at your profit share. So this is where you would see your profit share. This is where you would see your downline. You could look at how much money you've earned in profit share, your lifetime earnings of profit share. This is also where you can get that growth share statement, that detailed statement that shows who you received your profit share from. All of that would be in here if you have anyone in your profit share in your downline. Keller Williams, here's some Keller Williams statistics. Market center GCI, age account royalty. So total market centers by region. So yeah, so it's something that you could come in here, look at all of these. Let's look at, if we look at rankings, look at top associates, this is going to be in the entire international. So this is going to take a little while to load. But this is going to show rankings in, you know, here's top associates in the entire Keller Williams. So there's just lots of reports that you can come in here and play around with and see. But it's those associate reports that are going to show you the most valuable information about all of your deals, all of your transactions. You're muted, Terry.
I got another question here.
Yeah.
So when you refer can you refer someone like internationally too?
Oh, yes. Yeah. Yeah. So anyone that's coming to any Keller Williams anywhere in all the countries too, internationally or here, they can name you as their sponsor. Correct.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Good to know.
Yep.
Run with that one, Daniel. Holy moly. That would be awesome.
Do you want me to show them the stuff in command real quick, Heather?
Do you guys want to see that where you need to put in some of this information to make these reports as most useful as possible?
Sure.
All right. Thanks, you guys.
Thank you so much, Heather.
Let me know if you ever have any questions about any of these reports, anything. They're all available. I can help you with it at any time. I'm happy to go through them in more detail with you, but they're really some useful, great information.
Thank you so much.
Oh, you're so welcome. I'm going to stay on and hopefully learn a little too. So.
Okay,